I'm Donna Blanchard, and this is your ThinkTech news for Wednesday, March 4th, 2015. Today, the U.S. Justice Department said that a U.S. probe found systematic racial bias and unconstitutional policing that targeted blacks in Ferguson, Missouri, but cleared white officer Darren Wilson there in the fatal shooting of an unarmed black teenager, Michael Brown, in August. The report said police in the St. Louis suburb issued almost all of its traffic citations to blacks as it tried to raise revenue through fines and court fees. Police also targeted blacks for arrests, many on dubious grounds, and spread racial jokes through emails, said the report that was compiled after Michael Brown was killed by Officer Wilson. The report went on to say that officers were promoted in part based on the number of citations they issued, and civilians were seen less as constituents to be protected than as potential offenders and sources of revenue. U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder said the city's leaders needed to take immediate action to overhaul a troubled system. Insurgents attacked a Syrian government security building in the northern city of Aleppo today, bombing it and then launching a ground assault. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said at least 20 members of the security forces and 14 insurgents were killed in the attack on the Air Force Intelligence Building. Jihadist groups, including the al-Qaeda-linked Nusra Front and the Muhajirin and Ansar armies, claimed responsibility for the attack, which partially destroyed the building. Initial reports suggest the insurgents set off the bomb in a tunnel dug under or near the building in Aleppo, which has long been a focus of fighting between government and insurgent groups. As he wrapped up 3 days of talks today, U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry said that simply demanding Iran's capitulation is no way to get a nuclear deal with the Islamic Republic. This statement appears to be a thinly veiled dig at Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Kerry said that he and Iranian counterpart Mohammad Javad Zarif made some progress in their negotiations in the Swiss lakeside town of Montreux and would resume them on March 15th. Kerry aides said many obstacles remained before a late March deadline for an outline accord between Iran and 6 world powers. There are still significant gaps and important choices that need to be made, Kerry told reporters after more than 10 hours of talks with Zarif. The U.S. Supreme Court appeared sharply divided on ideological lines today as it tackled a second major challenge to President Barack Obama's health care law, with Justice Anthony Kennedy emerging as a likely swing vote in a ruling. The 9 justices heard 85 minutes of arguments in a case brought by conservative opponents of the law, who contend its tax credits aimed at helping people afford medical insurance should not be available in most states. A ruling favoring the challengers could cripple a law dubbed Obamacare, the president's signature domestic policy achievement. I'm Donna Blanchard, and this has been your ThinkTech News for Wednesday, March 4th, 2015. Ahui ho.